Hi guys, some of you asked me to explain how you can tweak your Google privacy settings, so I decided to make a video on it. Alright, so in order for you to get to this page, all you need to do is go to the right hand top corner. If you're in Gmail, Google Drive, Google Maps, just tap the right hand corner and choose manage your Google account and then select data and personalization. The area we are going to focus on is activity controls. With activity controls, what happens is that Google keeps a record of every Google site you use or app you use, where you've been, what apps you've been using on your phone. And so Google keeps a log of it. So I opted to turn it off. Now most of yours will be on. And so when you turn it off, you have to come to manage activity to delete the previous history it has. So you choose delete and then please select always. It will delete everything, so they don't have a record of it. The same principle applies to location history. So with location history, it keeps a record of everywhere you've been with your phone. I mean literally everywhere. And so you just have to turn it off and then come to manage activity, come to the left hand corner, manage location history, and then delete all your previous data. Now for most of you, you will notice that for each day, Google has a record of where you've been and things like that. And so you just have to delete it. The next thing we'll look at is YouTube history. YouTube history simply means that Google will keep a record of what YouTube videos you watch and what search terms you made. Now with me, I opted to keep it on so that I know which YouTube videos I've watched or for how long I've watched a particular video. So I decided to keep that on. The next thing we'll look at is ad personalization. What this setting does is this: if you opted to have yours on, Google will send you ads based on your activities, your location, your likes, and things like that. So if you're the type that you like motorcycles, you will notice you will tend to see a lot of ads based on that. Now, turning this off doesn't mean you will not receive ads. It just means that the ads you receive will not really be relevant to your likes and your app activities. I prefer to turn it off because I know what I want to buy and when I want to buy it. Alright, so basically these are some of the things that you can tweak to limit Google from using your data or keeping a record of your data or activities. Now, as long as you are using Google's platform, they will have a record of your activities. Just be mindful of that. So as a result of that, I'm on a personal journey to slowly stop using Google's products. So I've stopped using Google Chrome because it's one of the most invasive browsers on the earth. And so I use Brave. Let's go to brave.com. It's more secure than Chrome. It blocks trackers and ads and things like that. You can also use Firefox. It's also a good browser. And I also stopped using Google Search. The reason why I stopped using Google Search is because the results they give you is skewed towards what they want you to know. You know, it's not based on a neutral, objective result. This is skewed towards their ideology. So I stopped using Google Search. So I'm using DuckDuckGo. I've stopped using Google Photos. I don't sync my personal photos to Google anymore. I use Google Drive, but I don't put my personal stuff on it. I'm thinking of stopping from using Google Drive and things like that. I'm also looking for another email service. I currently use one called Proton Mail, but their features are a bit limiting. So I've decided that I'm going to slowly cut out Google out of my life. It's a bit difficult, but if you are concerned about your privacy, I think it's best you do it that way. All right, so if you have any more questions, you can feel free to ask at the comment section.